Are you in this position? Do you have, let's say, 20 bookmarked job descriptions on your computer right now? And maybe out of that set, it's five of them that are amazing, but ultimately it's been a little bit of time and you've put in zero applications. Let's talk about the power of surrendering, because that might be what's getting in the way of you actually applying and not bookmarking so many different job descriptions along your job search journey. This is really important when it comes to being a marketing professional, especially. I've heard from so many job candidates that are exceptional marketers that it's embarrassing, it's humiliating, it's frustrating, incredibly frustrating to have that power, knowing how to market tangible things, knowing how to market other people, but falling short when it comes to marketing yourself. Maybe not knowing what you bring to the table that's distinguishable versus everyone else in the job market. So I really want you to just key into this idea about surrendering. And the reason why it's so important, and I bring it up right now, is because one of my recent client wins included someone who brought up that point. This idea that she surrendered. She decided to go wholeheartedly after a nonprofit organization. And this was a completely different sector than she had been in before. And she wanted to go all in. When they asked her for work product, she didn't skirt around the issue of, oh, am I getting paid for this? Why? Because she was really invested, and still continues to be, in the ultimate beneficiaries of that organization, of that nonprofit. So for her, it was authentic. She was really excited about putting and producing the best work of her life, even at the interview level. She surrendered. She surrendered when it came to feeling hesitation, feeling paralyzed when, she had to go and do the deed of applying for the jobs. Yeah, before she and I spoke, she had all of those bookmarked, organizations and bookmark job descriptions, but she hadn't applied because someone told her she needed a sophisticated, job search strategy. Well, here was the job search strategy. It was surrendering. She surrendered the fact that she thought, having been in an industry for years, having been a marketing expert for years, having an MBA, having all this amazingness about her, she surrendered that what she had tried in her past wasn't going to be enough this time, and she needed help. And she surrendered. It's like she gave me the key. She said, here, make it happen. Help me do this. Do whatever you say. I will do it, Melissa. And a lot of times it takes an enormous amount of humility to surrender. And surrendering your ego and surrendering this fact that you feel like you should know it, you've got it down by now, is really the only thing in the way from you still bookmarking jobs, having five of them that are amazing, but applying for zero, being in that same predicament 3 months from now. My client took 6 weeks. It took her 6 weeks between the moment when she just surrendered the outcome of her job search and surrendered knowing everything and surrendered the emotions that she felt when she was looking at those job descriptions. She surrendered, got the job, and was completely flabbergasted at the offer. And I couldn't be more proud of her. So where are you? Where do you need to surrender? Are you too tied to the outcome? Are you too concerned that your work product is going to give them free work? Are you too concerned with how you feel as a marketing professional who should know how to job search effectively by now? Where are you not surrendering? That might also key you into your greatest point of resistance when it comes to moving forward and moving beyond your own expectations and your own limitations. So really think to yourself, where might you surrender so that you can feel lifted, free, and like you're moving faster in your journey, in your career growth, and towards the right career trajectory. I think it's so incredibly important, and I'm so grateful that this idea came from a recent client. And I think it's also important that you realize that in the job search, if you feel an enormous amount of resistance, an enormous amount of even apathy, or if you feel as if you're having a very rough life experience because of the job search, you've got to surrender and really say to yourself, what might I be doing wrong? What might I do better? What might be my blind spots? And get the help that you need in order to rectify it, because you could be effectively paying to just, feel that way, right? Paying and not knowing that, you could be doing something very drastically differently in order to accelerate your job search. Because if you think about it, if you think about how much money is going out the window, out the door, because you don't want to surrender. It took my client 6 weeks end to end in order to land this opportunity, a remote opportunity in nonprofit. And here's the kicker: the compensation was more than she had made in technology. How amazing is that? Surrender the idea that you cannot be compensated what you want to be compensated in the industry of your choice, in a nonprofit field, if that is your heart's desire, or any other field for the matter. Surrender all of your doubts. Surrender that. Why not surrender that stuff so you can make way for something that could be amazing and could happen to you quickly? No one says you have to be job searching for 3 months, 6 months, or a year. But if you start out with that doubt in your mind, then watch it. It shall happen that way, right? There is that self-fulfilling prophecy. You won't work as hard. You won't run as quickly. And again, it'll feel personal, it'll feel like a drudgery, and it won't feel good ultimately for you nor the people around you who are witnessing you suffer. So surrender thinking that you know everything that needs to happen in the job search. Surrender thinking that you have to control the outcome. Surrender the fact that job searching has to feel so crappy. Surrender the fact that you might actually get paid more to do something you'd rather be doing. And that might be a novel thought, but that's exactly what happened with my client over the course of the last 6 weeks. So don't let time get in your way. Don't let it be another 6 weeks from now when you decide that it's time to surrender. Surrender now. Every time out of the job market is money out of your pocket, and it's time wasted. You cannot get that back. Surrender today. Reach out to me if you want support pertaining to really accelerating your job search as a marketing professional, because I think it's so important that you understand that the way to land an opportunity now is 100% different than it was in the past. Everything that I do and how I coach my clients is really, really rooted in the fact that you have to show up for yourself. You have to be more of an entrepreneur than an employee. You have to be more out there, having a unique selling proposition, then really be commoditized. This is the time to shine, and this is the time to show up. Surrender. I'll be on the other side to help you. Bye.